1974 was a wild year in music. Disco was rising, glam rock was glowing, and the charts were full of unforgettable songs from artists you barely heard from again. But what really happened to the voices behind these iconic one-hit wonders? Get ready to rediscover the magic and the mystery behind forgotten one-hit wonders of 1974.
We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun, but the hills that...
1. Terry Jacks, Seasons in the Sun. This sentimental farewell ballad topped the Billboard Hot 100 in early 1974 and became a global hit. Despite its massive success, Terry Jacks struggled to follow up with another U.S. hit. He returned to Canada and focused more on environmental activism and occasional music projects, never replicating his U.S. chart success. Two, MFSB feat. The 3 Degrees, TSOP, The Sound of Philadelphia. This instrumental disco anthem reached number 1 and became the theme for the TV show Soul Train. Though the 3 Degrees had other hits, MFSB, the studio band behind the Philly soul sound, never had another U.S. Top 40 entry under their own name. They continued working behind the scenes for other artists.
When the town of Chicago died.
3. Paper Lace, The Night Chicago Died. This fictional gangster-themed song hit number 1 in the U.S., but was actually their only hit stateside. Despite success in the UK with other songs, Paper Lace couldn't sustain their American momentum and faded from the U.S. chart soon after.
Whoa, rock on, and where do we go?
4. David Essex, Rock On. This haunting glam rock tune peaked at number 5 in the U.S. and remains Essex's only major hit there. In the UK, he had a longer career with multiple charting singles and acting roles. His U.S. success was never repeated despite critical acclaim.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were
5. Carl Douglas, Kung Fu Fighting. This disco novelty song about martial arts culture was a surprise number 1 hit. Though catchy and fun, Douglas was unable to move past the novelty status. Later songs failed to chart significantly, and he remains tied to this one international hit.
And I can assure you this, I can help. I got 2 strong arms.
6. Billy Swan, I Can Help. A country pop crossover that hit number 1 in the U.S. and abroad. Although Swan was a respected session musician and songwriter, his solo career never produced another top 40 hit. He went on to work with Chris Christopherson and others.
beach baby, give me your hand, give me something that I can
7. The First Class, Beach Baby. A nostalgic homage to 1960s beach pop. Beach Baby reached number 4. It was a studio project led by John Carter. The group never toured seriously or released another hit, and Carter shifted focus back to songwriting and production.
Life is a rock, but the radio rolled me.
8. Reunion. Life is a Rock, but the Radio Rolled Me. A rapid-fire tribute to pop culture that reached number 8. It was a novelty song created by studio musicians. Because the group wasn't a real touring band and follow-ups were non-existent, they vanished after this lone hit.
just be thankful for what you
9. William DeVaughn, Be Thankful for What You Got. This smooth, soulful track peaked at number 4 and became an anthem of gratitude and self-worth. Though critically appreciated, DeVaughn's attempt to replicate the song's success failed, and he withdrew from the music scene to work a regular job.
Hang in there, baby. Don't be
10. Johnny Bristol, Hang On in There, Baby. A former Motown producer, Bristol stepped into the spotlight with this sultry hit, peaking at number 8. While respected behind the scenes, his solo career didn't yield further top 40 hits in the U.S., though he found more success in Europe.
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
11. Sister Janet Mead, The Lord's Prayer. This unexpected hit was a rock version of the Christian prayer that climbed to number 4. An Australian nun, Mead found fame conflicting with her religious calling and stepped away from the spotlight after her hit faded.
With men and money to help, the Americans did. They have helped control floods on the Nile, the Amazon.
12. Byron McGregor, Americans. A spoken word patriotic piece that resonated during the post-Vietnam era. It reached number 4. McGregor was a Canadian news anchor, and this track's success was more cultural than musical. He returned to broadcasting and didn't pursue a music career. "13. Mike Oldfield, Tubular Bells. Known as a theme from The Exorcist, this eerie instrumental hit number 7. Oldfield went on to have a long and influential career in progressive music, especially in the UK, but he never returned to the US top 40 charts.
Our time has just begun.
14. Cliff DeYoung, My Sweet Lady. Originally a John Denver song, DeYoung's cover peaked at number 17. Better known as an actor, he returned to film and TV after this hit, making no further impact on the music charts.
Don't send nobody else, no, baby.
15. A Spectrum, Don't Send Nobody Else. This soul funk track charted modestly, but didn't crack the top 40. It was their only song to chart all, and the group faded into obscurity after its brief moment of attention. 16. Ecstasy, Passion and Pain. Good Things Don't Last Forever. Reaching number 20, this disco soul single was their only top 40 hit. The group had several club hits, but couldn't translate them into broader pop success. They disbanded by the late 1970s. 17. The Joneses, Sugar Pie Guy. This funky soul number peaked at number 15, but was the group's only significant chart success. Despite their rich vocal harmonies, they couldn't break through further into mainstream success.
Tell me a lie. Say I look familiar.
18. Sammy Joe, Tell Me a Lie. This country-tinged pop song reached number 21. Though she had a pleasant voice and modest acclaim, follow-up singles failed to chart, and she gradually left the music business.
So woman to woman, I don't think it's being any more than fair than to call you.
19. Shirley Brown, Woman to Woman. A fiery soul ballad that hit number 22. This was her lone top 40 appearance. Despite a strong voice and a strong debut, she couldn't find another hit and mostly continued recording on independent labels. If you love this video, you won't want to miss this next one. Click here to watch another amazing video that you'll absolutely enjoy.